So the next thing we're going to look into is hole, which is essential in, especially in combat robotics. Hole is, a tool that can be used to make a hole directly through an object. We can change the diameter and depth of the hole once we have created it, and we can also make tapped or threaded holes for screws or bolts. So yeah, let's take a look back at our sketch here, our body here. And if we're going to use hole, first we need to select a point. So I'm going to go to our extrusion here, right? This face over here, right? Here's the underlying sketch. What I'm going to do is make a new sketch on this face here, right? Faces can be used as sketch planes. And what I want to do is I want to make a hole through this arc here, right in the center. So you may remember, make a point, and we can use the concentric constraint to put that point directly in the center of our arc. There we go. I'm going to hit, select this to say, yep, I'm finished with my sketch. From here, I'm going to click on hole. Once I do this, it'll ask me to select a sketch point to place the hole. I'm just going to select that. Now, some of the main parameters here that we can change, or let's say the most primary one is the diameter of our hole. I want that to be, let's say, 5 millimeters, just to have a look at. There we go, 5 millimeters. And it goes all the way through our body here. We can change that. We can change where it starts from, part, sketch plane, or selected plane. And we can change where it ends, right? Termination. We can have it go through all, which is, through all. Blind, which means we define the depth of our hole. Let's see if I change that to 15 millimeters. Let's see, it's a little bit deeper. Actually, let me just go and change this appearance. Let's make it a little bit easier to see. Let's make it a little bit transparent. Yeah, there we go. Now we can easily see the depth of our hole. Double click on that to edit it. 20 millimeters, we can edit it however we'd like to. And finally, the angle that we create at the bottom of the hole can be chained. It can be custom, 135 or 118, which are standard for drill bits, or flat. So yeah, for this demonstration, I'm just going to say through all. We can go through the entire body here. Up to entity is also pretty useful. We can select exactly how deep it goes. If it starts here, we can select the entity where it ends. So I can just select this face here, and it will start over here and end at the entity that I selected. So yeah, we can also make tapped holes, right? Threaded for bolts, or clearance to add a little bit of extra, space around the hole. So 5 millimeters. There we go. So that is how to make a hole. The reason why we would want to make a hole in many situations in combat robotics are, let's say you'd want to make a 3D printed chassis and put a threaded insert on your bot to put a bolt in. You can do that using hole. Make it the distance you'd like, and then a threaded insert can be inserted once it is all, 3D printed.